So let's start with one gun kits, because this is probably the first type of kit you're going to be drawn towards and want to use when you're bringing in an actual kit. Okay, so the main advantage of a one gun kit is that you have that second weapon slot that's open. So when you go in with just one gun, you can actually loot a second gun, and it gives you that extra inventory. You think of it as like free inventory space, basically, because early on you're not going to have a lot of backpacks. You're definitely not going to have big backpacks. So, and the guns take up a lot of space in your backpack. So having that free gun slot is actually huge when it comes to looting, right? But then the disadvantage of the one gun kit is you're combat effective at less ranges. You have to pick which range that one gun is going to be good for, right? You want to cover that medium range, and then you either lean towards short range with an SMG or lean towards long range with like an assault rifle or a DMR, something like that. Two gun kits, obviously you're going to be bringing in two guns. So this has the added advantage of now you can cover more ranges. And I recommend complementing your medium range gun, whichever way it leans, with whatever complements that the best. What I mean by that is if you have an SMG that's medium leaning to short, you can complement that with a sniper, because even at close range you won't have a shotgun, but your SMG is no slouch at close range, right, generally speaking. Versus if you have an assault rifle that's longer range or a DMR, you're probably going to be better off complementing that with a shotgun, right? It kind of expands your combat effective range. Now you move on to the three gun kits. This brings us back to our mouse and keyboard versus controller debate. And the three gun kits, basically, obviously you only have two weapon slots. That means you have to carry one of your guns in your backpack. I highly recommend the sniper rifle, and I'll get into why. But this also means that in situations you're going to want to be opening your inventory and swapping that third gun out, and the mouse and keyboard is going to be able to do this a lot faster. So, but that brings up the main disadvantage to this build, is that just doing that in general is obviously kind of a hassle. But in my opinion, especially later in the season, the benefit of having both a shotgun and a sniper to complement whatever medium gun range of your choosing is just far outweighs the disadvantages, right? So let's talk about why I said to keep that sniper in the backpack specifically, right? Generally speaking, you're going to want to keep the shotgun on you as often as possible, because think about it. If you are in shotgun range and you want to use the shotgun, that is not a good time to be opening up your inventory and switching guns, because they're really close, right? Versus on the flip side, if they're at sniper range and you want to pull out your sniper, you probably have plenty of time to duck behind cover, swap to your sniper, and then peek out and do some sniping, right? The only thing with this is I highly recommend you try to remember after you're done sniping to swap back to the shotgun, because this is a big thing. You may go in, you have the sniper in your bag, that's great, then you do some sniping, and then all of a sudden you're in shotgun range, you realize, oh shoot, I forgot to switch the shotgun back in. Now you're in a tough spot. But yeah, that's your three gun kits, and that's one of the main advantages that mouse and keyboard is going to have over controller. I mean, I've talked to controller players who don't even think the three gun kit is going to be viable, but I think at the highest levels, especially when you get the tips that I just talked about and they really master it, even controller players are going to be rocking three gun kits.